As promised, here they are. David Yates, our Luck on Sunday regular, and Saffie Osborne, who makes another visit to the studio here, this time in celebration of a Chester Cup victory and victory in the final race at Ascot yesterday. Saffie, welcome back. Things going very well. I've chosen my moment, I think, pretty well.
Yeah, a good couple of days. No, thanks for having me.
Not at all. And Metier Chester Cup, it clearly meant an awful lot more to you than most wins, and possibly not just for the grandeur of the race.
Yeah, I think, massively. I think it was also the fashion that he won it in, and being able to sort of put his nose on the line at the right time was a massive thrill. And I spent most of the two miles going around there thinking this is looking fairly impossible. And when they started to sort of pick up the pace, and I was able to pick off horses fairly easy and fairly in his comfort zone, it was a real buzz. And
it had been a long-held plan, this, hadn't it? This had been quite a long time in the making, because we were chatting, and I said, I didn't know you were going to win the Chester Cup this week. And you said, well, if you'd asked me 3 months ago, I'd have told you. I said, yeah, I'd imagine after about 2 minutes of the race, you thought it was pretty unlikely.
Yeah, I was meant to ride him in the Chester Cup last year, and I could barely buy a ride at the time. And so it was a massive deal to get a ride on a fancied horse in the Chester Cup. And he got pulled out the day before. He had a little setback and had to be pulled out, so I was absolutely gutted. And then to get on him in the November handicap was brilliant. From that point, I thought, God, if it rains before Chester, he's going to go there with a really real live chance.
See, this is quite interesting, isn't it? Because if you'd asked any of us, you've never really gone out of fashion. Your career is, with a couple of injuries, but kind of glided gently upwards. But to you, it seems completely different. Every little day, week, 2 week, month, 2 month period is sort of micro-analysed.
Yeah, I think this game, it moves so quickly, doesn't it? And I think that's great in some ways, because when you have a bad day tomorrow, it can change so quickly. But I don't think you also get a chance to appreciate the good days, because the next day you've already moved on to something else. And it's all about the now and what's happening tomorrow, not what happened yesterday. And I think when things aren't going well, you can sort of half convince yourself that, oh God, it's going terribly, when actually to the public it's not actually going that bad. But it's a nice way to start the season.
And the perception is interesting, James. If you say win the Dante this week with Canberra Legend, and I don't want to keep piling the pressure on, but if you have a good season with this horse, and frankly the others are a bit of a letdown, and you don't train that many winners, no one's going to remember, are they? It's the big ones that just keep you in the limelight.
Absolutely, I agree. Last year was a prime example. We'd had a quiet patch, and then Dover Legend went and won the Bahrain Trophy at Newmarket, and everything was forgiven, and we'd had a great year.
And there was nothing to forgive in the first place, because no one was on your case about not having any winners, apart from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because everyone's their harshest critic.
But no, they're quite right. But it is, at the end of the day, as Saffie will tell you, it's great to have the winners, but the big ones are the ones that people notice.
And then obviously, but to keep backing it up, so yes, Metier had done his job, but then you go to Ascot yesterday and you ride a winner there. So that counts as a good week. Yeah,
definitely. My last agent last year was Niall Hannity, and he's had to sort of slim down his books because he's got lots of other things to do. And I was very lucky to get Tony Hind, and we all know his record, and he's done an amazing job so far this year. And just hopefully it can keep building on that.
So what does he do you think, that makes life easier or different, or maybe harder for you? I don't know.
I think the important thing is that you really trust your agent, and I really do. And as I did with Niall did an amazing job, and he probably...
You don't need to be too kind to Niall. We're all friends on this show. You can throw him under the bus.
No, I've no reason to throw him under the bus. He had a difficult job. I kept getting injured at points where I'd finally get some momentum going, and I'd get injured again. And
I know he had a lot of faith in you, and still does.
Yeah, no, he was the first person to text me after the Chester Cup. So I owe a lot to him, but it's great to be on Tony's books.
I mean, Tony he's a proper hustler, isn't he? He lives it, he breathes it. You hear him talking about his jockeys. It's something else. How many good relationships has he forged for you already? I.e., trainers who will keep coming back and using you again and again and again.
hopefully quite a few. We're still fairly early on. I've only been with him about 6 weeks now, but I've already had a good few winners, so I thought I probably wouldn't have been on them without him. And as I said, his record speaks for himself. He's had multiple champion jockeys, and he's got the three biggest jockeys with the 3 biggest jobs in racing. So no, it's a great list to be on.
You've got 6 booked rides already at Salisbury on Thursday. I don't actually know if you knew that, but
no, yeah, no, I think most of them for Ed Walker. I've again been really lucky. Ed's supported me for a long time, since I was claiming 7 really, and we've had lots of luck together, and he's been really good to me, and hopefully that will continue.
And would you be in Ed's quite a bit as part of his team, or are you too busy now?
No, definitely not too busy. I'd be in there once or twice a week, every week. So no, I'm hopefully part of the team.
And does Jamie Osborne get to call on your services much at all?
Yeah, he was quite annoyed I was coming on here this morning because I couldn't ride out. I couldn't ride out tomorrow's runners. So no, I'd be in Dad's a few days a week as well.
He did send me a message this morning saying top lineup this morning. He said he was a particular fan of James Ferguson.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.